Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Farina, and I'm excited to introduce you to Martin. He went to see his doctor to improve his breathing and ended up with new braces for his son and hearing aids for his mother. This is a great story you don't want to miss.
Hi, my name is Martin. This is my son, Carson. This is my mom, Samira, and I've been a CareCredit card holder for 4 years. I noticed when I started working out a lot that my breath through my nose was occluded, and I'd heard that straightening your septum would help you breathe a lot better. I found an ear, nose, and throat doctor that did that for me. I found the pamphlet for CareCredit in his office, and we went from there. After looking at the app, I realized that you can use it for a whole world of medical procedures. My mother had misplaced her hearing aids, and that's not something you can really put off. And then I realized that CareCredit could probably help with that.
These little things right here make a huge, huge difference. So I'm very thankful that Marty had CareCredit and was able to help me because my world's completely different now.
So I got braces, I smile with more pride, and I take pictures, I feel better about taking pictures. All in all, braces are a huge benefit for me, so I can smile with more pride.
CareCredit has become a big part of our financial planning and well-being.
Thank you, CareCredit, for giving my hearing back.
Thank you, CareCredit, for allowing me to take pride in my smile.
Thank you, CareCredit, for helping me to improve the quality of my family's lives.
Martin, we're excited to hear about your CareCredit story. So tell us, where and when did you first hear about the CareCredit credit card?
My ear, nose, and throat doctor had a pamphlet in his office, and I just looked into it, realized that I could cover my entire procedure with CareCredit.
So what were you in the office for?
For a deviated septum.
Okay.
He straightened that out and reduced the turbinates in my nose. They help with breathing.
Okay.
And now I can breathe a lot better.
Awesome. So was there a time then, obviously, before that you had a hard time breathing, and did you know what was wrong and you needed to have this procedure done before?
I did. I knew that I needed it. I didn't know that it would affect the way that I worked out and ran until I started doing that really heavily, and I realized it was probably time to go ahead and do that.
Are you training for something?
No, just to get in better shape.
Just to, stay in good shape, right?
Just want to live forever.
Right, of course, who doesn't? So, okay, so you go to the doctor and you had already known that you needed the procedure done.
I did.
You did, okay. So then at that point, they had told you this is how much it's gonna cost, and you said, okay, what are the options? Is that kind of how it happened? Walk me through it.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So have you used the card for anything else?
Yes, I used the card for my son's braces.
Okay.
I used them to get my mom hearing aids.
Wow.
I used the card regularly for prescriptions and for dental work.
Okay, so you are literally keeping the card in the family.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How old is your son?
He's 13.
13, and how long has he had braces on?
He just got them a couple of months ago.
How's he feel about it?
He's just now starting to get used to it.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a lot to say about it. Food getting caught in his braces and the pain and everything. Really, his teeth, he had some gaps in his teeth, and he still kind of does, but he's been really self-conscious about that.
Aww.
Yeah, so he's always wanted them, and he was really excited to get them. He said that it hurt at first, and I think they maybe tried to close one of the gaps a little too prematurely, and that caused him a lot of pain and his gums to swell. But they loosened it a little bit. I guess they admitted that they kind of got ahead of themselves trying to close that gap. But he loves them now, and we did the interview back there, and it was really touching to hear him say that he feels a lot more proud of his smile.
Aw.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, of course. And you were able to provide that for him, which has just got to feel so good inside.
Yeah, that's cool.
How much longer does he have with the braces?
I really don't know. Probably.
I bet he's itching to get them off.
I think it's 18 months that he's supposed to have them, so he's got a little while to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he's going to have $1 million smile afterwards.
Yeah,
so.
he sure is, yeah.
So tell me about your mom.
So she has been just taking care of my grandmother and taking care of her husband, who's now passed,
Okay.
and wasn't really working and couldn't afford new hearing aids when actually she lost a pair, and then I think the dog ate another pair that
Oh,
she
my
left on
goodness.
her table, and they were like $3,000.
Wow.
So she couldn't afford to get new ones, and she was living without them, and it was mostly heartbreaking and also kind of annoying because you'd have to say something like 4 times to her for her to hear you or be right in her face.
Right.
And she said, no, I'll just, I'll manage and I'll get them eventually. And I said, Mom, you can't just go without hearing.
Yeah.
You have to be able to hear. And you're not in a position where you can afford them. I am. Let me get these for you. And I had her look into options, different doctors and things. And I said, remember, I have CareCredit, so find a doctor that accepts that, and I can take care of it all right now. It won't be an issue. And especially with the, there's, I think, a year, there's 18 months, 24 months financing. It makes it perfect. I mean, I think I've literally paid $150 in interest over 4 years. And I've spent probably 20 grand on CareCredit.
Wow.
After all that, yeah.
First of all, you're a good son. You're also a very good father. How does your mom feel now that you were able to take care of her? How's her hearing?
She hears a lot better. I think her thing was with perception and not actual hearing, understanding what people say. So her hearing is still not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it used to be. She let me try them on, and I could hear a pin drop over there.
Really?
It's amazing, yeah.
Wow.
And so for her to be able to hear, I mean, it's safer driving.
Of course.
It makes her a better communicator, and nobody has to repeat themselves 4 times now. But she's really touched by it too, so that touches me.
How does it feel? I kind of want to elaborate on that. How does it feel to be able to take care of so many of your loved ones, all with this one, the CareCredit credit card?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a credit card for medical expenses is amazing, and my options are open for a million other things too. I mean, I can't ever see myself not using it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Do you have any plans to use it in the
I
future?
do. Yeah, actually,
Okay, let's talk.
my nose is kind of collapsing and sagging.
Oh no.
So now I'm looking into rhinoplasty to get that fixed.
Okay.
And I've never really liked the shape of my nose anyway, so I'll get that fixed while I'm there. I'm going to get braces eventually. I told my son if he gets them, I'll get them.
What a good dad.
Yeah. So I'll get that. I can't even imagine what else. I mean, we're all going to get old and start falling apart, so we'll use CareCredit for that too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Based on all your experience, I'm just curious, if you could write a review on your entire experience with the CareCredit credit card, what would you say? Because you have a lot of experiences to pull from.
I don't know, like a 5-star on a star rating for sure. I mean, I think the fact that I'm able to put off paying for everything right up front, and I can make payments. I think the first year I paid interest, and I haven't paid since then because I stay on top of the payments really well. Just being able to use it for so many different things, it's pretty versatile and convenient. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your
Oh,
story
of
with us. We
course.
really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it, and we wish you and your family the best.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Wow. A good son, a good father, and a good man. We wish Martin and his family all the best. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.